Welcome back to Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Middleby Bakery, I'm speaking with Clay Miller, president of Burford Corp, a Middleby brand, and we are discussing technology innovation for creating the perfect bun. Hi, Clay. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Joni. Thanks for having me.
I first want to ask you just what drives innovation at Burford?
I would say Burford has always been an innovator. That's obvious from the guys that are in the Hall of Fame, including Fred Springer, shout out. The main thing that drives us now is the speed to innovation. And the reason that Middleby is good at this speed to innovation is because they encourage failure. We were in the past a little scared to fail because a lot of them were tied to orders, and they try to get you to develop an innovation, department and idea to where you're always chasing it in a fast way. And their motto is fail fast and then get back on the track. So that's the goal.
I hear this sort of sentiment throughout everything that you all do, and it's that you believe in making the perfect bun. Just maybe a hard question, maybe an easy one, but is there such thing as a perfect bun?
Absolutely. I don't know if it's actually achievable, but the effort to get there is absolutely real, and that's the goal of every bakery. So a lot of stuff goes into it, and that's kind of what we wanted to go over today, was talk about some of those intricacies that maybe people aren't thinking about as they're biting into their perfect bun.
When I think about buns, the first thing that comes to mind is the idea of bun season. And this is a product that commercial bakers, they have to crank out at volume and they just have to get it through as quickly as they can. Achieving that, though, it takes work and it takes technology innovation. So, in your opinion, from where you're standing, what would you say in bun production are some of the most underrated pieces of technology in the bakery?
One comes to mind, and it's pan shaking. And it's really not pan shaking, it's dough centering. So we're correcting the position of the dough. If it's done right, it adds nothing, but it creates the perfect bun. One of the things we've developed lately, really specifically, is the Smart Shaker. And the Burford Smart Shaker allows the profile of the bun or the roll to drive the motion. So we can do three different motion profiles in one machine. So that technology allows what used to be two or three machines to be in one. It's a very hands-off, operator-friendly device that will, get you that great starting point for the perfect bun.
Another technology that I wanted to talk about is the Smart Cedar Plus. What kind of technology comes with the Smart Cedar Plus that can help bakers create a perfect bun and one that's special?
So for the past 2 decades, the Smart Cedar has been one of the core machines in the QSR bakery sector. So, and the reason it was special was because it was a target applicator that drove savings of sesame seed, which is an expensive ingredient. So you don't want, you don't want the mess, first of all, but you don't want the waste of an expensive ingredient second. So the Smart Cedar Plus takes that same mentality and just goes to the next level. We've always traditionally been asked to reclaim and recover any waste. Well, the idea of reclaiming and recovering once it hits the dough or goes past that initial level is scary to us and to the baker and to sanitarians because it's dirty. The idea was, if we're going to reclaim, do it before it gets into that level of area that may be contaminated. The idea is we have a rotary template that catches that excess and puts it right back into the hopper. So it lets the round pattern fall through, and then it catches that excess and dumps it right back in. So it's clean, it's fresh, it can be reused. And then it allows the patented mandrel that's the staple of every Burford cedar, whether it's the economy level all the way up to the Smart Cedar Plus. It allows that even distribution, which is super critical for QSR bakeries because of the vision system we talked about earlier. It's just one of the critical steps is to have that even coverage. And now we're able to take the square corners and dump it back in and create that savings that can be anywhere from 20 to 50%, depending on what you're replacing.
You have another technology that also has some versatility, and that is the smart splitter technology. And from what I understand, that also helps bakers get a little bit creative with their bun products. So, can you kind of walk me through that?
Yeah, absolutely. The principle of the technology is it's a servo controlled system that has reciprocating dual heads that go back and forth. And that allows you to do a couple things. It allows you to develop all these awesome patterns. So there's kind of an unlimited amount of patterns. Obviously, speed and rate play into that, and you got to kind of figure out what you can accomplish. But having those opposing heads be able to create things like X and plus and S and V's. It just allows for a lot of flexibility. The secondary benefit is it allows for that all to happen at a very high speed. So that's traditionally the problem is either you have a continuous system that's going pretty fast with pans equally spaced, or you have even more challenging, which is the older bakeries that have, groups of pans coming through that are typically going even at a higher speed, which is what we care about. That instantaneous speed is what we have to be able to hit and accomplish. So that allows all that to happen in a very narrow footprint. So it's an easy integration to most lines. It's one of the narrowest things we make. So it's easy to cantilever over or mount over an existing conveyor. So very versatile and flexible. So that's kind of the idea is even if you're not doing it right now, QSR marketing, like our customer's customer, they're going to come up with something new. And this allows you to be prepared for that and kind of develop that on the fly with them. So it's kind of a honestly an R&D machine in the bakery on the line.
That's awesome. And you kind of prompted me for the last thing that I wanted to talk about, and it really ties everything together. There are so many specificities that come with creating bun products for QSR customers. And I think about how customers want to be able to go in and buy a sandwich or buy a hamburger and have the exact same experience, whether it's in Los Angeles or in London. They expect that same experience and they take for granted that it's not easy to achieve. I think one of the technologies that Burford has is the spray applicator. How is that helping create that consistent product?
That kind of brings me back to when I travel. You love to eat good food, but then you also love to see that chain where you're getting exactly what you remember and exactly what you're used to. So that is a fun thing to see all the way around. And that's what the idea is to help them produce the same thing from bakery to bakery around the world. The spray applicator puts that nice restaurant, premium bun glaze or shine. And that's kind of what they're trying to achieve. And it's really going right in line with pricing. Cost of food has gone up, everything is more expensive, and having that burger look like a premium sit down restaurant burger, which a lot of these restaurants, these QSR food service restaurants, are achieving this through things like the spray. So it just gives that nice feel that you have a premium product. The most recent innovation with this line has been adding in a vision system, and that vision system detects empty pockets. One of the side effects of spraying is that it's messy, and you sure don't want to spray if there's no bun there. So the vision system allows you to not spray, and then when that pan comes around the next time, it doesn't have that bottom, that's going to pick up that those imperfections from that spray hitting the pan. So the vision system does make this line smart. It has, other features like chilling, and it's a sanitary design that allows for, we have a flush in place system that extends the time between deep cleans to just make sure, we are fully meeting the requirements around the world because they are a little different from place to place.
So I just have one last question, and it's super easy. How can a baker get in touch with Burford to learn more about creating a perfect bun?
Easy, burford.com, sales@burford.com. Call my cell phone, call our sales guys, reach out to a local Middleby Worldwide office, because that's the beauty of Middleby is we have now offices all around the world with service, sales, parts, customer service in a time zone near you. So that's a critical step in supporting our customers is being close to them and understanding their region. So reach out and we'll do everything we can to help you. Our motto right now, really within Middleby Bakery, is to put together full line solutions. So this is just like a sneak peek of what one brand does. And we're happy to talk about that full line solution in several different categories within the baking market. So
Yeah, Clay, thanks so much for taking time. It was a really great conversation and I enjoyed my time with you. Thank you so much.
always a pleasure, Joni. Appreciate you having us.